time and talent and treasure, this year's recipient has shown integrity, selflessness, and character. He's a person who constantly, and I can't emphasize that enough, constantly puts others ahead of himself. With that, it's my great pleasure to introduce this year's recipient of the Jack Heiney Award for Philanthropic Leadership, Rollin Sage. Jack Heiney gave very much of his time, he gave of his treasure, and he gave of his talent as his leadership ability to really help position Community Health Network. Rollin does the very same thing. He gives of his time and his talent and of his treasure. And he's the first person that patients and family members see when he comes in. He always greets them with a smile. This is where the patient experience starts.
His daughter, Marcia, worked at the Community Health Network Foundation for years and years. That's actually, I knew her pretty well, and he always joked that we would gang up on him and make sure he was okay and not pushing limits. And I know that his experiences through Marcia at Community East and then joining here at North were very influential in him wanting to stay. He talks about knowing Jack Heiney, in fact. So his connections to this network run deep.
Rollin is an exceptional person. He and I became friends when I first started on the board. And he was always kind of a mentor to me, always a very wise person that could help me. And he was so kind and patient.
We got a linen sale 28th, 29th, and that's always wild because people are starting to buy before Christmas.
And anytime I would have a question, I mean, Rollin could answer questions with, he doesn't use a calculator, he uses his head.
You got all this.
There wasn't any cash, right?
It's got credit card, payroll, total, all that.
He works evenings, at the evening shift at the information desk, and the reason he does that is it's the hardest to fill. And in 2007, when he joined us, he took those 2 days per week and continues to this day. He's here, you know, regardless of anything else. He's here in the winter when it snows. He's here because he sees the need.
You know, words can't express what this means to me, but mainly I don't feel worthy of it. But I promise I'll live up to all the expectations of this honor.
I just want you to stay out of trouble.
Are you behaving?
Yes, sir. You know I'm behaving. You want to do that?
You're checking up on me. I know what you're doing.
You feel safe?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Then I'm doing my job.
Yeah, well, if I wasn't, you'd put me in jail too. And one thing that makes it more special that I happened to meet and know Jack Heiney personally. I had met his missus when she was still with us, and that makes it all the more special. So I thank all the fine wishes and everything that go with it, and I'll continue doing what I'm doing for, I'm planning on another 10 years anyway, so.
He'll tell me, well, you know, my daughter worked over there for all these years, and she knew Brian Mills when he was just started, and he was so proud of that. He was proud of what his daughter had done for the hospital, and he said, I want to do as much as I can to help this hospital and the community because I just think it's so worthwhile. They've done so much for me and my family.
Information, how may I help you? Well, you know, Roma, I'll do that for you.
A huge ray of sunshine that brings joy to every life he touches. He treats everybody equally, and he always is looking to see what he can add and what he can do. And he wants to do this for many more years because he wants to make a difference in people's lives.
I saw on the internet that they showed a gentleman walking down the halls of a hospital. He had volunteered 16,000 hours. He was 104 years old. So I changed my goal to 105 because I want to try and beat him. And Thank you, and God bless the network.